Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the blog post at Hopper Recovery Center. So, John and I are very good friends. We've been good friends for about 10 years now, and we have started an adventure into this recovery process that we never understood would even be comprehensible. And there are definitely some things in our recovery today that we never did think we'd be able to comprehend. But today, we're here to tell you that recovery is necessary and it can happen no matter where you are at in your recovery. First of all, I want to introduce myself. I'm Chris. I'm an alcoholic, 11-19-12.
Hey, I'm John. I am much like Chris, it was pretty much everything. But I call myself an alcoholic that's recovered, and I've been clean from any mood or mind-altering substance since July 17th, 2001. So that makes 20 years for me, and I'm grateful for that.
Awesome. You see, we're thinking about some blog posts and about how we can reach someone who may be deceiving themselves. Because I deceived myself for many years. And today I understand that it's going to take some necessary things for me to turn around and make that impossible into possible. And the only way that I'm going to do that is by taking some of the suggestions and advice from not only this book, but many other recovery books along with this one. And today we're going to break a few points down about why we're deceiving ourselves and if it's possible that we can get out of it. And this is from the Alcoholics Anonymous book, but we do not push one type of recovery on anybody. It's all about good orderly direction. And I'm going to take my paragraph from page 142, and I think John's going to take his from 143, or vice versa, whichever one. John?
Okay, yeah, I'll do the 142 if that's all right with you, Chris. Again, I'm John. I'm a grateful recovered alcoholic. This is talking about when we're helping somebody, and it's really got a pretty big message in it. It says, if he says yes, does he really mean it? Or down inside, does he think he is fooling you? And that after arrest and treatment, he will be able to get away with a few drinks now and then. We believe a man should be thoroughly probed on these points. Be satisfied that he is not deceiving himself or you. So, I want to break that down a little bit. Number one, we have a habit of deceiving ourselves. Alcoholics and addicts deceive themselves first, and then they deceive other people second. And it's really difficult when you can't tell the difference in reality and truth and falsehood. They blend together, and it's very difficult. So we understand that. But there is a way to overcome it and to outgrow that deception. And that's very important. So when we're talking with you and you're coming into our program, we have to remember honesty. How can we really get honest with a brother that has been there? Because, and I should qualify myself. I was a teenager. I was willing to do anything to get my drugs and alcohol. I would sneak money out of a cash register for a man that I worked for. I would do all sorts of things that would allow me to get my drugs and alcohol. And then that grew into more deception and then just going out trying to make a lot of money so I could have enough to buy my drugs and alcohol. And unfortunately, that all became a very deceptive situation because it was all revolving around the drugs and alcohol. So how do we deal with it? I mean, we know the problem. You've probably done some similar things that you're not exactly proud of. How do we deal with that? What do we do? Well, the first thing we've got to do is ask ourselves, is what I'm saying really true? Because deep down, we know the real truth. If we're thinking about, after a while here, I might be able to have a few drinks, we've got to tell somebody. When you're talking to me or you're talking to Chris or you're talking to someone else that's in the program, you got to tell them, hey, really what I'm thinking is after I've done this for a little while here and get my life back, I'm gonna be able to start drinking a little bit, or I'm gonna be able to use a little bit of pot. What do you think about that? And we have an honest discussion, just an honest discussion about it. And of course, you ultimately make your own decisions anyway. If you decide, that sounds like a really stupid idea, but I'm going to do it anyway, we'll let you. We'll let you. We're not going to hold you back. But we find that if you can have that honest dialogue with us, that honest conversation, a lot of times your own brain starts kicking in and starts working a little more correctly, and the denial and the delusion start dissipating. So that's about all I wanted to say about that paragraph.
Awesome. I am Chris. I'm an alcoholic, 11-19-12. Woohoo! Way! You see, the fire gets to burning. You start to thinking, I am deceiving myself when I'm telling myself a lie. If I can't manipulate myself, I cannot manipulate anybody else. But once I manipulate myself, I have now learned how to manipulate everybody else because I believe it. So if I don't want to believe what I'm saying, then I need to stay true to how it works. HOW. The acronym for that would be honesty, open-mindedness, and willingness. I'm going to go here to page 143 since John so sensitively broke that other page down. It says, if your man accepts your offer, it should be pointed out that the physical treatment is but a small part of the picture. Though you are providing him with the best possible medical attention, he should understand that he must undergo a change of heart. To get over drinking will require a transformation of thought and attitude. We all had to place recovery above everything. For without recovery, we would have lost both home and business. I'm going to break that down for you. If your man accepts your offer, what I'm doing is I'm making this program apply to me. It doesn't matter if I'm an alcoholic or a drug addict, or if I have a thinking problem, or if I'm just if I just have a lifestyle disorder. It says if he accepts your offer. Whose offer? Well, God's offer. God's offer. I'm making this apply to me in my situations. I'm making God's offer apply to me. Well, what happens then? Well, it should be pointed out that the physical treatment is but a small part of the picture. Well, what is the picture? Misery, jails, institutions, and death. This is the yellow brick road that she was talking about, right? Is that if I keep continuing to live that same miserable, discontented life, I'll have the same results. I'll never get anything out of a physical treatment. What is physical treatment? It is a jail. It is a institution, a mental institution. It is anything with some kind of help involved in it. Some people may say, how does a jail help me? Well, it kept you from dying. That's what it did at that moment in time. So I need to make all of these things apply to me, or I'm steadily going to be deceiving myself. And today I don't want to do that. It says, though you are providing him with the best possible medical attention, he should understand that he must undergo a change of heart. Here's the question that John was talking about. Do I have a change of heart? Am I tired of deceiving myself? Am I tired of manipulating myself, my mom, my brother, my wife? Am I tired of letting these people down? Well, if I'm tired of letting them down, I can only imagine how tired of letting me I am. I don't want to let me down anymore. If I just do these simple things, it says to get over drinking or drugging. I'm only emphasizing that because don't separate yourself just because you don't hear the word you want to hear. This is a program of action, and if it applies, wear it. If the shoe fits, wear it. It says to get over drinking or drugging will require a transformation of thought and attitude. If you're watching this video, obviously, you've had a different way of thinking. Or you're interested in how you can get that different way of thinking. We're here to tell you as a team, approaching it from two types of personalities. We are at this disease trying to attack it from all facets, from every angle. And that's what the power of the program does. It's two people who are not exactly alike or exactly alike to come together as autonomously as they can, which means we have one thing in mind. And that is to help as many alcoholic drug addicts to achieve sobriety as we can. And if you're interested, please stay in tune with the website. Stay in tune with the Facebook page. Keep connected through the chats and discussions. And let's get you some recovery.
Well, I'd like to add to that. And it's great what you just said, Chris. I'd like to add to that. Big problem with us is being dissatisfied with life. You know, that's why we reached out to drugs and other things in the very beginning. We weren't satisfied with life. And that's the key element that you're going to find here at the Hopper House. is our function is not to just get you sober